Hello, everyone. We're back with a little podcast today. I'm Keith. This is my partner,
Ryan Farmer.
All righty. And for today, Ryan had a very unique idea, I will say. Ryan thought of possibly, well, I'll let Ryan explain it. He can do it better than me. He really thought out of the box on this one. Ryan, how would you explain this to anybody listening?
Merging sitcom families.
Merging sitcom families. It's pretty interesting.
Yes.
And the ones we decided to do were?
The Heffernans. Did I say it right again?
That's right. That's the Heffernans.
And the Bundys.
All right. And the Heffernans are in Queens, New York. The Bundys being in the Windy City of Chicago. All righty, Ryan, who's going where?
How about this may be the best scenario, I think, to make it funnier. Of course, everybody not agree with it. Have the Heffernans pack up and move to the Windy City. Doug get a job at the UPS, maybe, or I can't think of the name of
The IPS.
IPS
International Parcel Service.
In Chicago.
In Chicago.
Yes. I'm looking for a place.
So the Heffernans are leaving Queens. They're going down, heading west to Chicago. All righty. And who's going along with the Heffernans? Arthur, of course.
Yes.
You know. I think you said Deacon and Kelly.
Yeah. For different reasons for Deacon and Kelly, though.
Okay, so Deacon is actually an IPS driver too. Will he have the same position in Chicago? He will.
Yeah.
All righty. So Danny, Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so they're going out to Chicago.
Yes.
All right. What would happen? Okay, we've got the Bundys. We've got Al, Peg, Kelly, and Bud, and Buck.
Yes.
So these are the Bundys with their neighbors, Marcy and Jefferson. Correct. We're using Jefferson in this scenario, right?
We should, yes.
Okay. All righty. What would happen? They arrive in Chicago. Set the scene, Ryan. The Heffernans, the New Yorkers arrive in Chicago. Set the scene.
Well, let's say they're looking for a place in Chicago, a home or something.
Oh, of course.
And they need looking for a place, and word gets to them that they have to. There's a place next to the Bundys and the Darcys.
Okay, so are they actually going to be living in separate houses or in the same house?
I think temporarily could be under the same roof because
under the same roof
for circumstances that beyond their control, just temporary.
So how would this all come about? Would Peg see Doug, or what? I'm trying to think of a scenario that would actually open the door for the Heffernans and their friends to actually move in with the Bundys. Possibly.
Their house may not be ready by the time they get there.
Yeah, and they may meet bowling or something. And Al, as you said earlier, Al may extend an invitation to No Ma'am to Doug and Deacon.
Right.
Because you think Al would be a little suspicious of Danny and Spencer living together?
Yes, he would.
You think so? You think that would say they're cohabitating there? Is there something going on?
Yeah.
So Al would take them in, but he's really not offered that to them as of right now. Okay. So, and they have no place to go yet, so they're moved in with the Bundys.
Yes.
All right. How would this go? How would Peg and Curry get along at first? How would they be introduced? How would they mesh? How would they conflict with each other, their personalities, if they did? What do you think?
Well, let's say they come to the Bundys' house, the Heffernans did, and Al, in his own usual way, introduces them to Peg and to Peg his wife, but he don't say wife. He uses an insult, which is always his trademark, to Peg, you know. And
so how would he say something? He said, Peg, this is Doug, this is Curry, and Curry actually has a job, Peg.
Yes, she does.
Okay, something of that, some shot. He would
maybe she can cook too.
And maybe she cooks too. So, and he looks at Doug and says, you know, by looking at you, I've known you've not gone hungry, and you just may know your way around a kitchen as well, my friend. Yes. So, would there be any jealousy, saying Al's a shoe salesman and they always make fun? I don't know exactly how much he makes, but there's always make fun of his income. The International Parcel Service would probably pay more.
Yes.
And so would they be any jealousy? Or if they were jealousy, would it be short-lived and Al would see the benefit of having the Heffernans there? What do you think?
I think it'd be short-lived because it'd be different chaos than just jealousy. I think it'd be something far deeper, you know, in my mind, how it would work out.
Because Doug Heffernan is like myself. He likes to eat. He would always have something. He would always have groceries in the house, knickknacks, something to snack on. and there'd always be something cooking at
Yes.
dinner time,
Yeah.
and probably a lot of little snacks in between.
Yes.
How would Arthur fit into this? Imagine how Arthur would fit in with Bud and Kelly. How would that go?
Well, more than likely, he may get sleep in that basement.
There is a basement. That's right. So Arthur, even though he moves to Chicago, he's still stuck in the basement.
Still stuck in the basement.
Still stuck in the basement.
Yes.
Which I'm sure he would have something very funny to say about that. Probably
Yes, he
wouldn't be very happy at first.
True.
And the Mundies have a garage too, but maybe so Deacon and Kelly perhaps would stay in the garage.
I think they would.
How about Danny and Spence?
I think I sleep on the couch where Peg sits and watches Oprah, maybe.
You know,
They might share the couch.
You know,
Share the couch.
Al's a man of what the 80 and 90 thing there.
Yeah.
He might not be exactly open to that yet because he's a little skeptical of their relationship. He just doesn't trust it yet. So I guess he would let that. We'll just pause this for one moment, Ryan.